What's going on YouTube? Today we're reacting to why do gay people sound like that?
Since I can remember, I've been told that I have a gay voice, and the internet loves to tell me that I sound like
they gotta be doing
badger.
something, bro.
Oh,
like they gotta be adjusting it just a little
so
bit.
is there such a thing as a gay voice?
Has
like,
to be.
Is it quantifiable? If we take out all
You gotta
that
be heightening the
boots
pitch.
the house down and remove any visual or behavioral clues, could you still tell? Surprisingly,
Definitely.
science has a lot to say about it.
Girl, bye.
Science.
Get out.
In order to study gay versus straight
How is
voices,
science
researchers look
gonna
at
affect your
parameters
voice?
such as pitch variation, like how much a person's pitch changes as they talk, duration values for vowels and consonants, aka how long people hold their
Wait, why
A,
is science
E, I, O, U sounds, or how long people hold their S's.
Huh.
And some studies just
Why
straight
is
up
science
get
checking
random
out
people to listen to
gay
people
voices?
talk and try to judge whether they
How is
thought
that
that person
science-based?
speaking was gay or straight.
Results find that gay men speak with higher pitch variation, meaning that their
Definitely.
range from low to high is much more extreme than straight men. Not surprised we have range, honey. These pitch studies were done in many languages like English, Dutch, and French, and
Oh,
in
okay.
all
Wait,
cases, gay men spoke with
I was gonna
higher
say,
pitch
I
variation.
never even thought
meaning
about
the
that in
gay
different-
voice expands beyond language
Yeah.
and isn't just the words
I didn't even
or
thought about it in
culture
different
we engage.
languages.
Gay men were also found to have longer vowel durations for A, I, and U, aka they hold these vowels longer in general when they speak compared to straight men. But gay men are also more
That makes
likely to
sense.
hold their S sound for longer than straight people. Gay people holding their S for
Oh, yeah,
longer
for
may
sure.
make you think of the quintessential like gay lisp, which is very triggering to me. Like as a kid, everyone would always make fun of me and say I sounded like super silly Billy. So sadly, there is some truth.
I never
to, those
thought that
bullies
gay
making
people had
fun
a
of me about
lisp.
that. But it's also a common
actually a thing?
misconception because a
Have I never
lisp
thought
is
about
when
that?
you misarticulate your
Yeah,
S's,
exactly.
whereas gay people are
sounds
more likely
different.
to over-articulate the S. In fact, studies show that gay men
Yeah,
are no more
it's kinda
likely to
dumb.
have a lisp than straight men. Finally, when studying gay versus straight men, it
obviously,
was
why would
found
that
that gay
affect
men were
anything?
more likely to articulate than straight men, which totally makes sense to me. All my straight guy friends are always like, "Oh yeah, hey man, do you want to like hang out on something or like do something right now?" It's just like, I'm always
So
like,
you're saying that,
"Okay, what?"
that
Because of these findings,
gay dudes talk more proper?
it was
They
hypothesized
articulate their
that
words
perhaps
better?
the vocal differences between straight and gay
don't
men
know how that would
were
work
due
out.
to hormones, like differences in testosterone possibly. But after studying this, it was found that gay men have just as much testosterone as straight men. So instead,
yeah, why would that
researchers
even-
began looking into
how would that
environmental
change- how would being
differences
gay
as a
have you
possible
be
explanation.
It
lower
turns out
test?
both gay men and straight men change
That
their
even makes
voice
sense.
based on who is listening. Yes, straight men will modulate their voice based on who is listening too. One study found straight men would speak more stereotypically masculine to strangers than to people they were comfortable with. Straight men would lower
Obviously,
their voice when speaking
bro, if you roll up on a guy that you don't know or anybody that you don't know, you're gonna just talk to them.
in leadership roles,
Regular.
when giving orders or commands, and they would also lower their voice in the presence of an attractive woman.
Gay men changed their voice too, but under different circumstances. One study found gay men who disliked sounding gay were able to modulate their voice to sound more straight and were more likely to be mistaken as straight by listeners. A Thai study found that gay people changed their voice depending on if they're talking to friends, coworkers, or their family members. They tend to use the most falsetto voice speech or upper vocal range when talking to friends. An Italian study also found
Wait.
that gay men would
I
sound
don't think we
more
need these
gay
studies,
when they were
bruh.
talking
We
to somebody
already
they
knew all this
already
information.
came out to, or
It's
if they were
basic
speaking to
information.
somebody who they presumed was gay. A really fascinating study on gay YouTubers found that after making a public coming out video on YouTube,
Their
their
voice started
subsequent
changing?
videos were more likely to be perceived by
That's
people
funny.
as sounding gay. Whereas straight YouTubers
I mean,
of the same
that
age
makes
over that
sense.
same
It's
time
like
period
it's like you came out, so now your videos are gonna be, you know,
would end up sounding more straight to people. The gay ones sounded
more
more
how they
gay over
actually
time.
are.
This has led to a theory that sounding gay is an adaptation.
Like, why would you be sounding gay if you haven't came out yet and you don't want people to know you're gay? And now that you came out, obviously it's gonna be different.
Gay men to allow others around them to know that they are in fact gay. But this isn't set in stone. It's important to note that while some people may feel gay men talk more like women, the research doesn't fully support this idea. There are some syllables and ways that we speak that are similar to women, but gay voice has its own unique characteristics as well. In other words, it adopts
Definitely.
some female features, but others are completely
Bro,
unrelated.
gay
What
dudes
about
do
our
not
dear
talk like
lesbian
girls at
friends
all. They
and
just got
other
their
queer
own thing
people?
going
We haven't
on.
forgot about you. While there is less research on it, studies have found unique characteristics of lesbian voices, but they're far less socially noticed than gay male speech.
Of course, many straight men can sound gay and gay men can
There's
sound
a lesbian
straight, but
voice?
studies show there is a difference in
Ain't no way.
speech that will change based on who is listening to you. How you're perceived will also relate to like your mannerisms. You know, I talk with my hands a lot, the way you dress. It's a large collar for a straight guy, I must say. And this all weaves together to create the complexity of speech in relation to sexual fluidity.
But what about gay face? Can you tell somebody's gay just from looking at their
maybe
face?
like the
We
makeup.
actually have an entire podcast episode diving into the science
There's
of
a
gay
gay face?
on our Side Note podcast.
Ain't no way.
You can click it on the screen here or use the link in the description if you want to check it out on YouTube, or if you
I
prefer
ain't never
audio
heard of no-
podcasts,
I mean,
check it out
if
on
someone just
Spotify,
looks
Apple,
gay-
or wherever you get your podcasts.
But like
And if you had
that
a
has
burning
nothing to do with
question,
their face. It
please
has
leave
more
it in
to
the
do like
comments
with
below or
like,
on our
their
Instagram
hygiene
or
and stuff like
TikTok.
that. I
Maybe
feel
we'll
like.
answer your question in a science video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed.
Bro, I thought it was gonna be like, bro, there was actual science on why people. I didn't think that that's what that video was gonna be like, but alright.